Hi everyone, I'm Hayang from 10B and I'm going to talk about my personal project. This is my personal project. It is a scent collector and you can collect the smells from this. It's consisted a suction that can have airflow in it and also some activated carbon and also a jar to keep it inside. So we have several samples. We have 6 samples here. We got alcohol, softener, vinegar, etc. And this is the Arduino program I use for coding. Because firstly, we use the collector to collect these scents. And then we put them around these sensors that we can use. And there will be numbers shown of the percentage of how much those molecules are collected and preserved. We also got this as my initial design. I designed this to collect the scents because I always have a really strong memory of the scents, and whenever I smell something, it can bring back to the memory that I had. After all, these are the real-life scenarios that you can use this product. Furthermore, we also have those data. We got some objective data collected by Arduino sensor here that we are recorded here, and also some data from our classmates. Here's the survey that we're doing and asking whether or not it's recognizable and what have you detect as the scent, because everyone has a different memory of a scent based on their experience. Furthermore, this project could be used when it's upgraded to detect the poisonous molecules from the industries, since now we have a huge problem of pollution and global environment issue. So that's basically about my program. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Antonella Elias, and this is my personal project. My personal project consisted on the creation of a MUN club at CASV. MUN, or Model of United Nations, is a simulation of the United Nations, and it's directed by students. So everything is organized by students. Delegates have to represent one country, and they have to discuss a global issue and try to get to a resolution together. I decided to do this at CASV and culminate this project with our very own conference. The goal of this project was to not only have and benefit myself, but benefit our community, which in this case would be the student body at CASV, which will now benefit from it every single year since it will be an annual conference.
Okay, so I did this digital night vision device. It's inspired in a PBS-31 real device in the military. And I use it to see in the dark in a field or in a room. It's inspired in a military aesthetic because I do airsoft on weekends. And yeah, that's my personal project.
I'm Jorge Moleon from 10th grade. And my project is I designed a sustainable clothing brand because I was doing research on the different techniques they use to clothing production. And I found out that it harms a lot the environment. I have some data here of normal t-shirts. And then I started making research about sustainable methods and materials that can be used for like clothing production. And I found out that if you use those, you have a much less impact in the environment. So I focus on the 4 most famous styles on the world, which are athleisure, streetwear, luxury, and coastal casual. I designed 5 different pieces from each style. So making 20 different clothes of my brand and more than 50 different designs. I have to do a lot of research on sustainability and the different styles because I needed to understand really good in order to actually create clothes that represent each style. I have 2 t-shirts, which is this one, which is from streetwear, and this one, which is from coastal casual. Then, a part of this, I did a website of my brand. You can create your own account, the shopping bag when you choose all the products you want to buy. You have the 4 different styles, and then, for example, if you want to buy coastal casual, you click there, and you have the 5 different clothes of that style. If you like, for example, the t-shirt, which is this one that I also did physical, you have 2 more good colors. You also have an explanation of how it has been done with the sustainable materials and methods. I also added a size guide. Then finally, I also did magazines of all my clothes, which, for example, have starting streetwear, and you have all the clothes here, and yeah.
So this is my personal project to see if AI can build a store, an online store. So I went through various different stages, and my first stage was the research. I went through 10 different online websites that sold digital products because what I was trying to make was digital products. So I used AI to analyze the top 10 trending digital products from these websites. And with those and my ideas, I made 3 different prototypes. The first is a content creator kit, where it explains every step you need to take to become a content creator, covering the mistakes you shouldn't make, what you should do, and some materials, free materials. And then my next is the AI student prompt pack, because most students don't know how to use AI properly. And this solves that problem. Because most people, they just tell AI, I want this. But the real way you should be talking to AI is you tell it like what person it should act as, what you want, and then in what structure you want it to be in. And my third is my my productivity app. And since this is for students, it would be too boring for it to just be a study app. So I gamified it by making a progression system, a skill tree, where you could get points and you could level up. And the most important part was the quiz zone, where I made my own AI into the app that you could ask it whatever you wanted, and you could choose a flashcard, a summary, a quiz, matching questions, whatever. And it would just generate that for you. You could write as much or as little information as you want, and it'd make it for you. You could also upload, let's say, a 20-page document. It would make a quiz or whatever on that 20-page document. So after I made these prototypes, I tried to get feedback from over 30 people, and they chose, 50% chose the app as the best prototype. So I received feedback from the survey results, and then I improved my app so that it would fit their needs. So that's it.